Well. What's up, guys?
How are you, man? Congratulations on an incredibly dominant victory. Obviously, after the fight, you were pretty emotional, or happy at least. How are you feeling about the fight?
I am exhausted. I don't go to decision, but I'm glad I know I can. Yeah, man, that was the big thing. I mean, I think I'm just override with emotions right now, and yeah, man, it's exactly how we thought it was going to go.
You talk about going to the decision. Is this one of those fights that you learned something from, just because of you had more minutes in the cage?
When we go back, I mean, I have a lot of minutes in the cage, whether if I have 23 first round finishes or not. We'll go back, we'll watch the film. I got the best coach in the world in my corner. We'll take the team, we'll watch it, we'll learn from it, and we'll move and we'll improve.
He was throwing up a lot of submissions from bottom. Were any of them close to even being close?
I mean, if I didn't move and defend them, they were close. Like the armbar in the second, I mean, it was tight, but I knew which way to go out, man. I've been at this for a long time, and you know, it was tight for a second. I rolled out of it, and then it wasn't tight, and then I went back to ground and pound, and yeah, man, everything. I mean, the dude's tough, bro. Like everything. There was a few arm triangles that were super tight, and you know, from his previous fights, you know that he don't get tapped in them very often. But I don't know if he's a fish or what. But damn, that dude can hold his breath.
Yeah, I was going to say, you had the arm triangle in numerous times, and it looked like it was game over, and he just sort of managed to stick in there.
It was tight, man. I swear, he was like, you know, like one of those numbers. So like, he's just a tough SOB, man. I'm glad I can get in there and show, you know, even though I have so many fights, I'm new here, you know, and I belong here, and that's all there is to it. So I'm here to stay.
Did you know it was going to be a bit of a scrap going in? You know his reputation, right?
I tell you guys, this fight went down to the T how we thought it was going to go. Guarantee. I knew, like, you know, not saying that, you know, I wasn't going to go for the finish because that's what I was doing, but we knew how it was going to go. I tell you, 2 hours before the fight, James Krause said exactly how it was going to go to a T, and that's how it went.
I have to say, James Krause is getting a bit of a reputation in Vegas, man.
Man, I've been at this shit a long time, and I've just been with him for two fight camps, and we're the most underrated team in the world, and we have the best coach in the world.
Yeah, you guys are putting together like a stellar roster.
And Kevin Kroom next week, Underdog, I'm sure. He's going to pull off a win, too.
That's awesome, man. What do you want to do next? How soon do you want to get back in there? Is there a name that you want next, or how?
I don't say no to fights. Whoever they want me to fight, I'll fight. I'm sure we'll be in touch. You know, this was the longest camp of my career, and there's a reason I don't like long camps, and I got little nicks and bruises. We'll go back to, you know, we'll get heal these up for a couple weeks, spend some time with my family, and get back to business, man. I mean, I'm sure if some came along in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, you know, it might be talked about that I come back, but I wanna keep riding this train and just keep getting wins, man.
It was a fun fight and a great performance by yourself.
Thank you, sir.
I know you said that there's a point where you're like, you know that you deserve to be here. At what point, how many wins in a row, when do you think that'll make sense, when you don't have to sort of justify that, where you know that you're here?
I think that fight just solidified it, man. Everybody's a one-trick pony. He only can win. He's a first-rounder bust, blah, blah, blah. No more. I just beat one of the top 20 guys in the division. You know what I mean? Like, Charles Rosa has been around for a long time, and he had this hype behind him because he's so tough, you know? Like, I mean, he went to split decisions with some tough guys, top 15 guys in the division. The only other guy to put on a better performance against him was Bryce Mitchell, right? I mean, we both got 30-26s. I think Bryce got 30-25. So, I mean, I don't think I have to justify it. I just for myself, man, like, seeing myself on TV, you know, last weekend I was watching the pay-per-view, and the main card came on. I didn't even know I was in the main card until last weekend watching the fights, and I was like, holy shit, you know, it's just so surreal. You know, like, I've been so close for the longest time, and now I'm just like starting to build this momentum, and you know, I don't think I have to justify it. I just like saying it. I just like saying I'm in the UFC, and I'm 2-1 in the UFC, and the only loss is over to my teammate who's going to be a world champion. So, I mean, say what you will.
Do you often go out there feeling like you're the underdog going in there, and do you relish that role, if so?
I don't feel like the underdog because I know I'm going to win, but that's 2 fights in a row that I was the underdog. And like I said, I hope you put money on it. And if you did, congratulations. DM me. I'll send you my PayPal. If not, I hope you lost your ass, just like I told everybody, because everybody keeps counting me out, and I'll keep showing out. Let's go.
I know you said that you still have some time to go back and watch the film and actually look at it, but just quickly thinking back on it, was there something that you that stands out that you're proud of, that you're like, man, this really worked for me tonight?
That I didn't, that I had the guillotine locked up in the second round or third round, and I didn't jump for it because my coach said no. That's a proud moment of mine, because 2 fights ago I would have jumped on that all day. We had a game plan, and I stuck to it through and through. That's the first time I've ever done that in my career, and you know, I'm just getting better. And like I told everybody, my fight IQ is improving. That means I'm a dangerous mofo up in here.
I know the other day we had another fighter that said that he took James's words to heart and he actually got the victory. So it sounds like you're getting good advice, you know, and paying attention to that.
What?
Looking at 2021, what sort of goals are you setting for yourself? You know, what's the next step? And by the end of the year, where do you envision yourself? What sort of things are you setting yourself as goals?
Man, just keep winning. Man, I'm here to win, no matter who it is. By the end of the year, I'll be fighting top 15 opponents. I'll be in the top 15, I'm sure. I mean, whatever. I don't care. I'm here to stay, man. Whether you want to, whoever you want to give me, I'll just keep climbing the ladder. I'll keep knocking them down. I'm not picky. I don't pick my fights, as you see in my career. That's why it took me so long to get here. You know, when I say that some guys, you know, they went 9-0. And they fought a bunch of bums to get here, a bunch of guys that have losing records. Man, I fought the who's who on the regional scene, LFA, all that stuff. I'm here to stay.
Going through the regional scene, did you always know that you would be here and that you would be up on the stage winning fights here in the UFC?
Yeah, man, I've always envisioned this, and I didn't give up on myself. There was a lot of times that, you know, it's kind of emotional to me. You know, I've been in some bad places in my life, and especially before I got in the UFC, and I'm glad I have a good team. My manager, Train, my teammates like Dakota, and we always knew, and they've had to pick me up a lot, you know, and I appreciate those guys a lot.
I know you have a good team behind you, and you talk about spending some time with your family. How do you celebrate the win with the team or the family after this?
I told my 5-year-old we'd go to the ocean, so I better hold her up to that. We're going to go to the ocean somewhere and get the hell out of negative 18-degree weather.
Congrats. Have fun with that.
Thank you, brother.